Welcome back. It's Beyond the Game. I know we've been a little absent. We've been busy, but it's football season, so we're back. It's September. It's the first Saturday of college football. That's why we're not live today. We don't want to take you away from the college football action. Then Michigan Wolverines are playing. I know y'all busy watching my Michigan Wolverines play.
They want to watch them.
Why would they not? They're up 23-0 right now. They are blowing out Colorado State.
Colorado
State.
State.
It don't matter. It's a Division I opponent. It ain't like Miami, Ohio, like UK's playing today. We actually play legit opponents week 1.
Do y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Q, where's your Buccaneers shirt?
Don't worry about that. It's
Yeah,
in the wash and
you're
dry
ashamed.
right now. It's
More like in the garbage at the end of the sludge. That's where it should be.
You'll see
In the
week
garbage sludge.
You'll see week 2.
So
Don't worry about it.
we're here this week to give y'all our week 1 predictions.
Right.
And we're going to also go in depth about what we think where each team will end up at the end of the season. And you know I'm rocking the navy blue.
I don't know
Best linebacker in the league, Michael Parsons. I'm here for y'all, and I don't know why Q here. He just
Guess you
I don't know why he
heard
here.
of a guy called Levante David White. I guess Bobby Wagner, for instance. Guess you've never heard of these guys.
I know my guy's like 23 years old, and he killed it last year, and he's only going to get better.
He is. He's going to get better. He just plays for the Cowboys.
Unfortunately, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay,
So first game, of course, is next Thursday night. It's Buffalo at the Rams. Of course, the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Boo.
Had a great offseason, did they not? They went out and got Allen Robinson. They went and got Bobby Wagner. I don't know where they're finding the money.
I have no idea where they stashing all this
I
damn
don't know
money
what
at.
they're doing. I mean, F them draft picks, right? They don't need
I
them.
guess so, but I mean, damn, I thought every team had a salary cap, but I guess not.
I guess not. I guess the Rams. I guess the Rams don't. But of course, they get Buffalo coming in. Now, Buffalo's a team that I'm really anxious to see what they are going to do this season. They got Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Gabriel Davis really asserted himself in the playoffs last year with the 4 touchdowns against Kansas City. They went out and got Von Miller. So I'm
payday.
really, really interested to see what the Buffalo Bills do. I think this is the Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah. Okay, that's how we started off. Okay.
That's how we starting off.
I ain't gonna say who you got winning this alleged Super Bowl match.
So I got the Rams winning at home. I just think Matt Stafford with his new Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp, OBJ did get hurt in the Super Bowl. He's not. We don't know what he's going to do. They did trade away Robert Woods to the Tennessee Titans. So I'm not sure what. I'm excited about what the Rams are going to do. So
don't Matthew Stafford have that elbow injury?
he's a little banged up, but
Okay.
Matt Stafford's one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league. He will go out there. He's going to go for 300, 4 touchdowns. He's not
in this game.
why not?
not in this game.
So many weapons on this team. Man, Tyler Higbee. They got Cam Akers. They got
nice.
running backs.
That's cute.
I like their offense. I got Matt Stafford in my first fantasy league.
So that's why you got the
I
Rams.
don't know if it's more like
Okay.
I want him to, but I need him to. I need him to be that guy.
Now it makes sense.
So, anyways, I got the Rams winning this game at home against the Buffalo Bills.
I'm gonna just make mine quick and easy because my pick ain't got nothing to do with no stats. It ain't got nothing to do with no statistics. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing besides one guy,
And who's that?
Daniel Smith-Mello.
And why is that?
Because he is a huge Rams fan. For people who don't know,
I'm pretty sure the people watching at home know who he is. a fan
so
of.
I'm picking with my heart. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills just because I want the Rams to start off the season 0-1. No more, no less. Ain't got nothing
So
to do
this
with
is what we got. This is the issue with BTG. They pick them with their heart. There's 3 things certain in life. Death, taxes, and hot dog will tell you what's going on in his mind. It might be a dark, scary place, but I always tell you what's going on up here.
Yeah.
And that's why I got the winning matchup. I got the Rams winning this game at home. They go 0-1 on to maybe a repeat Super Bowl run.
It's not. You know how hard it is to repeat?
I know how hard it is, but
You
I
got
believe
injuries.
I believe this team got better.
Okay.
This team did. I believe they got better in the
Yeah,
offseason.
They cool. I mean, you want your Rams pom poms? I mean, you
Nah, I'm just speaking facts.
Oh, okay, so you got the. Give me a score. Which score you got? 'Cause
Man,
you
I got
Matthew throwing 4 touchdowns.
I got 38-34
Let me, where you at?
right up here.
38-34.
38-34.
Let me get 27-24 Bills.
Too low scoring game.
27.
Too low score.
What do you see? What did you not just say we got Von Miller?
They do got y'all. Oh yeah. Here we go. Buffalo got a new fan, y'all. His name is Quentin Walker Esquire.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just saying, but go ahead though.
But next game we got New Orleans on the road against Atlanta. New Orleans got a new coach. Dennis Allen upgraded from the defensive coordinator position. Sean Payton retired.
Right.
A lot allegedly retired. We thought maybe go to Dallas, maybe go to Miami. But Q, what do you got going on? Who do you think is going to win this game? Atlanta doesn't have Matt Ryan anymore.
No, they don't have.
They drafted Desmond Ritter out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They signed Marcus Mariota. No, he's not. And Marcus Mariota, we know what kind of quarterback he is.
Is he even a bridge quarterback? I wouldn't even call him a bridge.
I just call him a placeholder, just hoping for the future. And they also, obviously they have no receivers. Julio's gone. Ridley's gone.
The best thing they got is Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Call him a receiver, but
he's a tight end.
That's why
he's
I said
just
if you
huge.
want to call him that, that's a basic.
I don't even know who their running backs are. Their defense, I don't know what's going on over there. They got Grady Jarrett. And that's probably the best player on the whole team.
They got a kid named A.J. Terrell, cornerback.
Yeah,
he's pretty
from
decent.
Clemson. He is pretty decent.
He's decent.
But I do, man. Listen, New Orleans. They went out and got a new receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Thomas is already hurt.
Honey Badger.
They went out and drafted a left tackle out of Northern Iowa. He's a huge dude, Trevor Penning. He's been in fights all preseason. So, I like the fight out of this kid. They did trade away Gardner Johnson to the Eagles. Thanks, New Orleans. Appreciate that. But I got New Orleans in this game. Jameis is back. Hopefully he doesn't. I know he's coming from ACL tear.
I think he'll have a good season.
I think so too. I know there was I think it was Bart Scott that picked him for MVP. This year.
I wouldn't go that damn far.
I would not either.
I wouldn't go that far.
But he is the second best quarterback in this division.
I would say 4,300 yards for him this season.
4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, maybe
right?
about 17, 18 interceptions. He is a risque quarterback. But I like New Orleans in this game.
Oh man, you just basically said it. Atlanta pretty much has no firepower whatsoever.
No, nothing. They are. If there is a team that's in rebuild mode, it's Atlanta.
This is the running clock game because I feel like the NFL should institute it for this game because I don't see Atlanta putting up any points at all in this matchup.
They might put up some points. It's called garbage time. A garbage time touchdown. But
I see a garbage time field goal. So for me, it's New Orleans all day long. They go up big early, take their foot off the pedal late. Let me get in this matchup. I want to say 28-0 or 28-3. They
like that score, don't they, in Atlanta?
They do, 28-3. Yeah, they do.
They like that score in Atlanta, don't they?
So let me get 28-3 just because Atlanta has absolutely nothing on the offensive end, and they can't stop nobody on the defensive end, so 28-3.
Absolutely not.
Great game for Jameis to come back.
Jameis Winston. If you are looking at fantasy at a low-tier quarterback late in the draft, look at Jameis Winston. I think that's him and Kirk Cousins are those two guys that do have decent fantasy numbers, and you don't have to take really high to get decent points. I'm going to take 30-10.
30-10?
30-10.
I can see that too.
So next game, I can't believe we got to talk about this game. It's we got the 49ers on the road against the Chicago Bears. Now we know we got some 49ers fans in the BTG group.
Bears.
Bears. Of course, he's talking with his heart, not with his mind. Listen, the 49ers are going in a new direction. They tried to trade Jimmy G. They brought him back, restructured his deal. Trey Lance is now the guy. Now, I've seen some Trey Lance last year. I'm not a fan. I don't see it.
I didn't see it.
And they gave up 3 first-round picks to move up and draft him in the draft.
Boy, he better be something.
He better be the guy.
He better be something.
He better be the guy.
Hold on, before you continue, let me ask you this. Since they made Jimmy G the highest paid backup, does that mean they don't believe in Trey Lance?
I just think that Jimmy G did get them to the NFC Championship game last year, and this team they're a running team.
Right.
So, is Jimmy G a franchise quarterback? Yeah. No. But he can hold it down until the next guy's ready.
Better quarterback, Jimmy G or Kirk Cousins? Or are they the same?
Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins. I'm a huge Kirk Cousins fan.
If Kirk Cousins was on the 49ers, would they have at least one Super Bowl run? What they did with Jimmy G?
I think they would have beat the Rams last year.
That's fair. Okay.
Because they got Deebo Samuel. They got George Kittle. They got Brandon Ayuk, a receiver that nobody really talks about, who is solid.
He's a good player.
And they have Elijah Mitchell, who got in the 6th round, that running back, who had a great rookie year. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that was a great question, Q. And I do believe that Kirk Cousins could have got them past the Rams because that was obviously the 49ers' weakest spot is the quarterback position because their defense is loaded. Yeah. And they're they're greatly coached. Mm-hmm. So
probably him and Sean McVay, probably the best young minds in the game.
That's very fair to say. And, you got Chicago. You got a new coach, Matt Eberflus, former Indianapolis defensive coordinator.
It ain't gonna matter.
They have no receivers. Darnell Mooney, a lot of people like. I think he's solid. I don't think he's a number one. He's a lot number two, number three in a lot of other teams, like our teams. He would be a 2 or number 3.
He might get cut for the
They got they got a decent tight end, Cole Kmet. They got David Montgomery in the backfield. I don't like Ohio State quarterbacks. I don't believe in Justin Fields. Roquan Smith's not happy there. They didn't really do anything in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I got 49ers on the road winning this game easily. Give me 27-13.
27-13. I mean, you pretty much are taking the words out of my mouth. The like you said, the Chicago Bears. When was the last Ohio State quarterback to do anything?
Never. It's never happened.
So Justin Fields has an uphill climb. I haven't seen any offseason reports that he's gotten better. I don't know if you've seen anything.
He did have a good preseason. They went 3-0, and they dominated actually in the preseason. I think Justin Fields, if there is a best. Now, you talk about Ohio State quarterbacks. There's one on the way. His name's C.J. Stroud. He could be the guy to break that trend. But he is 0-1 against my Michigan Wolverines. Moody. I know you listen to Moody. So, but I like Justin Fields. I think it's just this. If you're a quarterback, the Bears are one of the historically a team you don't want to go to because they have never had a great quarterback.
I was just getting ready to say that. I don't mind Justin Fields. I just don't like him for the Bears.
I don't like him on this team. Now, if you put him on, let's say, the Dallas Cowboys,
Carolina Panthers.
I think he'd be a good on it because they got weapons in Carolina, and they have a good defense. But I just don't like – we'll get to Carolina a little bit.
If you put Justin Fields on Carolina, they're a playoff team. I believe so.
That's a good point, yeah.
I believe so.
That's definitely a good point.
But for you, for this matchup, the 49ers and Bears, I'm reluctant to say 49ers are
Chris Jones, that guy's listening.
Man. For this one, I mean, it's just too lopsided for this one
absolutely.
as well. So let me get 49ers. Oh, I thought gas pedal early game. The Bears, I say they'll get a touchdown. I think Justin Fields will get them one.
Yeah. That's why I said 13.
You said 13?
I said 27-13, 49ers.
27-13. I'm going to stay right around in that ballpark. Let me get 27-10. 27.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ooh, so this is probably my favorite 1 o'clock game on the first Sunday of NFL season. You got Pittsburgh on the road against Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. Now, Cincinnati, the defending AFC championship team. Now, Q, it's very rare that teams that make it to the Super Bowl get better in the offseason.
But they did.
We talked about how the Rams did. Mm-hmm. I think the Bengals definitely bright spotted their weakness. The offensive line. They went out and got 3 new offensive linemen. They stole one of your guys. I can't remember his name. Alex Kappa. They got the guy from the New England Patriots, and of course they got our guy from Dallas, the right tackle Lyle Collins. Mm-hmm. So I mean, Joe Burrow's going to have a lot of time in the pocket. I'm really excited. I liked Cincinnati. I was all for them in the playoffs. Nobody believed in Cincinnati in the playoffs. I was the only one that did.
Still don't believe in them.
I just want to let y'all know that. Of course, you got Pittsburgh. They drafted a new quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Now, a lot of people say Mr. Trubisky's going to be the starter.
He will. I think he will.
But I think Kenny Pickett is going to be a really good starter in this league. Everybody keeps talking about how small his hands are. Fumble issues can be happening in his future. But, I mean, the guy balled out in the preseason. And they got. I mean, I just really like. Of course, Pittsburgh's got all their defensive players back. They had a really good draft, in my opinion. They went out and got George Pickens, second-round receiver out of Georgia. He looks great in the preseason. So, man, I think
you sound like you're going with an upset right here.
I'm not. I'm just giving the fans at home a full synopsis.
It sound like you was
so, I mean, I could see Pittsburgh at the end of the season making the playoffs as a wild card, but I'm picking the AFC North Division champs this year, the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe since it'll be a close game. Give me 30-27.
Man, you got a lot of high-scoring games.
Evan McPherson kicks a game-winning field goal at the end.
30-27 Cincinnati Bengals. You think Pittsburgh with Mitchell Trubisky as their starting quarterback can put up that many points?
Cincinnati doesn't have an overpowering defense. It's a solid defense, but it's not overpowering.
Eli Apple still there?
Yes.
Okay. Then I see why you got them going 27. Okay, never mind.
And you think about Pittsburgh's receivers. They got Deontay Johnson, who's their number one. Chase Claypool, who put up huge touchdowns his rookie year. They got Pat Freiermuth, the big tight end out of Penn State, his second year. And, of course, they drafted George Pickens. They got rid of the issue, I think, Juju Smith-Schuster. And, of course, you got Najee Harris, who is a great PPR running back. If you haven't done a draft yet, consider him in the first round. I actually had a draft last Saturday, had the 6th pick, and I did take Najee Harris, one of my favorite PPR running backs. It's not a top-tier guy. But, this Pittsburgh team is loaded. But that's why I think they could put up points this year. And a lot of people hate Mr. Trubisky, and that's fair. But like we've said a couple minutes ago, if you're a quarterback, you don't want to go to Chicago.
No, that is where quarterbacks go to quote.
I mean, Mr. Trubisky got into the division, the playoffs twice.
And
if it wasn't for a terrible field goal attempt, they would have won a playoff game.
And a terrible head coach. Because he's
absolutely terrible head coach.
A terrible head coach.
So I think if it wasn't for Kenny Pickett looking over his shoulder, I think Mr. Trubisky could have had a long, decent tenure in Pittsburgh, but his time is on the clock because of Kenny Pickett.
So you got 30-27 for this game?
Yes, sir. Evan McPherson kicks a game-winning field goal at the end.
I'm not going to go that high. I'm going to go 2017 ball game. Cincinnati wins this out. By
27 what?
20-17.
2017. Okay, I got you.
Cincinnati. Field goal,
Evan McPherson.
Yeah. So let me get Cincinnati in this game, 20-17. I'm just not really sold on Mitch Trubisky, even though he's a Carolina guy.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Pickett, like what direction are the Pittsburgh Steelers doing? Are they using Mitch Trubisky to actually win? Or are they using him just as a bridge until Kenny Pickett? Or let me ask you this. What if the season doesn't go as planned? Are they going to switch quarterbacks and say, you know what, let's just see what the kid got?
I mean, I believe that when you're a first-round draft pick, a quarterback, you are supposed to start immediately, unless you're Aaron Rodgers. But you already have Brett Favre there.
Right,
so there's different exceptions to every rule. But the thing about it is I don't think they'll be that ready to push Kenny Pickett in. Because Mr. Trubisky took Chicago to the playoffs twice. He can win. And, I mean, you can't mess this up, dude.
What if you get another situation to where let's just say hypothetically Trubisky balls out? Let's say he has a phenomenal season. Let's say he throws 3,800 yards. Let's say he's right around the 20-ish touchdowns.
Yeah.
Then what do you do?
I mean, you use that time to get Kenny Pickett ready for the future because Pittsburgh is probably a top 3 ran organization. Them and Baltimore are up there together, and then you could pick a lot of other teams in the third.
Mm-hmm.
So Pittsburgh knows what they're doing.
Dallas is up there.
No, they're not. They're absolutely at the bottom 3. Shut up, man. Nobody talking
Jones
to me.
is up there.
I hate Jerry Jones.
So, anyways, we both got Cincinnati for that matchup.
Absolutely.
Who we got in this other matchup?
Next, we got a snooze fest. If you want to take a nap, I suggest do it here. You got Philadelphia Eagles at the Detroit Lions. Now, I don't know if you watch Hard Knocks, but I've really enjoyed Dan Campbell for the Detroit Lions, and you think they have a lot of former players. Deuce Staley's the running backs coach / assistant head coach. Aaron Glenn is the defensive coordinator. Kelvin Shepard is the linebackers coach. Antoine Randall is the receivers coach.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of who's who on this staff, and I love Dan Campbell. I love his energy, telling his players to bite off kneecaps. I love that energy. It's just not going to be enough here. Philadelphia, no team improved I hate to say this.
Don't do it.
No team improved in the offseason more than the Philadelphia Eagles. They made the trade for A.J. Brown. They got Jordan Davis, defensive tackle out of Georgia. They just traded for Gardner Johnson from the New Orleans Saints. They got Kazir White, the linebacker of the Detroit Lions, leading tackle on the team. They made a lot of moves. They made a lot of great moves. I can't hate on Howie Roseman. He did a great job for the Eagles. They're still not going to win the division. That's my Cowboys division. So the Detroit Lions they drafted Aiden Hutchinson, hometown boy from Michigan, played at Michigan. They got Jameson Williams, I think that's his name, the receiver out of Alabama that tore his ACL in the championship game. I could be wrong. So they gave the only issue I have with Detroit is the quarterback. I hate Jared Goff.
How can you like Jared Goff?
Oh, he's trash. I know Smith Mello loves that guy, but I just don't think Detroit's ready to make that jump yet. I think they'll win. I think they'll win 6 or 7 games, which only won 2 to 3 last year. So they'll double their wins. But I got Philly winning this game. I think they could score a lot of points. I don't like Jalen Hurts, but give me 27-17 Philly on the road at Detroit. I think Philadelphia finishes second in the division, and I think Philadelphia gets a wild card spot.
I actually think this game is going to be a lot closer than what you think. I think the Detroit Lions defense is probably a little bit better than what a lot of people think it is.
I mean, I hope Detroit wins.
And
I'm a Detroit guy.
And it's against the Eagles, which so I get all of that.
I just don't understand how Philly gets this game first week and we got y'all first week. I just don't understand.
Talk to Goodell.
They want people to watch.
Talk to Goodell.
No team is more watching the Cowboys.
And we played the Eagles in the playoffs last season, so I don't understand why they. But anyway,
nobody cares about Philadelphia.
That is true. I mean, but like like you said, Philadelphia in the offseason, they're one of the teams that you mentioned earlier that had a phenomenal offseason.
And they just jumped off the board at you.
And they had a phenomenal draft.
Yes, they did.
They got the kid from Georgia.
Nakobe Dean. People thought was going. Yeah, they got him in the third round. So man,
fell all the way to his.
They got the center from Nebraska who looks solid.
And then who did they trade? AJ Brown.
They got for AJ Brown, and they traded for Gardner Johnson from the Saints a couple days ago.
It's Super Bowl or bust for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Easy.
It is. You don't make these type of moves without a Super Bowl in mind.
Or Howie Roseman's seat is on fire.
Or that too.
That's it.
But for this one, I believe it's going to be a little bit closer. Let me get Philly in this matchup, 28-20. It is. I think Detroit does put up a little bit of points, but I think Philly Detroit can't really do nothing with a scrambling quarterback.
They are, but Detroit is another one of those teams I think is looking for a quarterback next year.
They're looking for a quarterback today.
Yeah, but there's nobody else.
Like right now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's nobody
right
out there. Yeah.
Who we got coming up next?
Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Now, New England is a team that just had a horrible offseason, in my opinion. They didn't make any moves. They had probably the more stranger first-round picks, the guard out of Chattanooga. The offense looked horrible in the preseason games. I know it's preseason, but Mac Jones played a lot, and they looked horrible. They did trade for Devontae Parker out of Miami. A divisional trade usually doesn't happen very often. Now, we talk about a team that improved in the offseason. Look at the Miami Dolphins. They gave up the farm for Tyreek Hill. They signed Cedric Wilson and signed Connor Williams, both from the Cowboys in the offseason. So, I mean, they made some moves, and they said, okay, they pretty much took it to us. Tua, we're giving you the weapons. Yep. Now it's up to you. Can you get us there? You get us there?
Same thing they did with Jalen Hurts, though.
Exactly.
So, therefore, there's no longer any excuses.
So, I think the Miami Dolphins are the AFC version of the Philadelphia Eagles in this offseason. Okay. They just made so many moves, saying, all right, Tua, we're giving you the weapons. Now you got to get us there. So, I just believe that Miami's another team that will make the playoffs as a wild card. I firmly believe that. And give me Miami in this game 27-7. No, 27-20. I'll give New England 20.
You give New England 20. I'm not giving New England nothing. I'm not giving them nothing.
You like Mac Jones? What do you think about Mac Jones?
I'm not so.
I don't like Mac Jones either. No, I don't think even Bill Belichick can make this guy look good.
I don't even think Bill Belichick is even confident.
And now I think that the issue with their offense is Josh McDaniels is in Vegas now.
Yeah.
So I think
the guy from Detroit, the old head coach from Detroit, last year, I can't think of his dang on name.
Oh, you're talking about he's a defensive coordinator now? Because he was a defensive guy. He was an offensive guy.
But Bill Belichick has said that he can call offensive plays, though.
I did not know that.
Yes. So Bill Belichick.
Bigger guy. I can't remember his name.
I can't think of his name. He was the former head coach of the Detroit Lions.
Trainwreck. That's what we should call him, Trainwreck.
Him and somebody else, I can't think of the other person. Bill Belichick has delegated offensive responsibilities to two guys. I know that's crazy,
Lord,
right?
Yeah.
So imagine Mac Jones as a quarterback. Now you're hearing two different calls from two different people. So and they're calling the game.
And he's still a young guy.
It's a second
year
quarterback. So they're about to ruin this guy's career.
Yeah, I don't believe New England. I honestly could see New England finishing I see New England finishing third in this division for sure.
New England will have a top 5 draft pick this season.
They could absolutely.
They will have
and they'll use a Walmart grocery picker as their pick.
They'll get some guy who.
I think Bill just has an ego and is like, okay, I can pick anybody and make him a star.
Good luck with that.
And he's not doing good either because his teams look horrible.
It's regressing. He thought they would scam Newton. He thought he could do something with him. No. We've seen how that. But anyways, for this matchup, I'm right there with you. Let me get the Miami Dolphins. I don't believe in New England scoring a lot of points because, like you just said, their offseason, they added literally nobody to the offensive side of the ball.
Nobody.
Good luck with Bill Belichick trying to push the ball downfield with Mac Jones. You don't have no receiver to even go down, take the top off the defense. So good luck with that. So let me get Miami in this ball game 28-7.
7. Wow.
7.
Man, I can't. That's
the score will be 14-0 by halftime.
I can see that.
Patriots get a score in the fourth quarter.
I can see it.
Just to say they did something. But yeah.
So the next game we got Baltimore at the New York Jets. Now we don't know what the Jets are going to do because Zach Wilson got hurt in the offseason. He's more interested in bagging moms and he's bagging touchdowns.
More interested in MILFs.
I don't blame you. I mean, I got you. Let's see how them women in New York look. Baltimore, they did lose Hollywood Brown to the Arizona Cardinals. They did. I think the Baltimore Ravens had a great first round. They got the number 1 safety, Kyle Hamilton. They got the number 1 center, Linderbaum out of Iowa, to give Lamar Jackson some protection. Lamar Jackson's back. The contract issue, we don't know how that's going to play out. But again,
Lamar Jackson.
besides Mark Andrews, who's he going to throw the ball to?
I was getting ready to ask you that.
But they did get Marcus Peters back. He missed all last season, ACL tear. J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. He missed all last season because of ACL tear. So, I mean, I think Baltimore will be better. I just don't know who the ball's going to go to. They really didn't pick up a receiver. I think, no, they did not pick up Sammy Watkins. They didn't pick up nobody. So, I mean, it's going to be Rashad Bateman, the number 1 guy now. And, of course, you got Mark Andrews, who's a top 5 tight end in my opinion. But still, give me Baltimore in this game, 28-10. Baltimore wins.
Yep. I don't even know if the Jets can even muster up 10.
I think Mike White will get him 1 touchdown.
Against this Baltimore defense?
Yeah, I think they'll get garbage time, man.
Okay.
We count garbage time.
We
count garbage time.
I'm going to go with you for the sake. Just give me the same score. Jets are pretty much the equivalent of the Patriots. Who is the worst between them two? Jets and the Patriots.
I'm going to give the edge. Worst, I'm going to give the edge to the Jets because they don't have Bill Belichick as their coach. But I feel sorry for Robert Saleh because I think he could be a really good head coach. But, man, he just took the wrong job. He took the wrong job.
The job has potential.
It does.
But
not yet.
No, they
not
just
yet.
Draft really well.
They did draft Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State, who was the number 1 receiver. So hopefully that'll help. They brought in Corey Davis. I'm not sure who the tight end is there. They did draft the number 1 running back, Breece Hall out of Iowa State. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but it ain't it.
Not this season.
It ain't it. No.
Not this season.
No.
Who we got next?
Q, this game, I don't know why we're going to bring this up. This is what I call the dumpster fire game. I have one every week. This is the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Washington Commanders. Now, Washington Commanders, they were selling preseason game tickets for $1, and they were still not even 10% full. This is horrible. They are a disgrace to the NFC East. Now, I'm going to go with Jacksonville for a couple of reasons to win this game. They brought in Super Bowl head coach Doug Peterson. I think that Trevor Lawrence has the ability. They went out and got Christian Kirk, overpaid for him, but they got him. I believe they signed a tight end, Evan Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they have weapons. They did trade away Laviska Shenault to the Carolina Panthers. So I'm not sure. Neither one of these teams, both of these teams are going to have top 10 picks next year.
Yeah.
But give me Jacksonville in this game. I'm going to say 17-6. Give me 17-6.
I'm going to go with Jacksonville as well in this game. I think Dougie P being in there helps Trevor Lawrence out tremendously. I don't know. First of all, I don't even know why Urban Meyer even got hired to begin with. I don't know if I was going to say, I think it was a publicity thing because Urban Meyer's type of style of offense does not bode well for Trevor Lawrence. No. And then, of course, you had the Urban Meyer off the field situations
kicking field goal kickers.
It was just one thing after another. So with this one, I feel like this season here is going to be the season that people thought Trevor Lawrence was going to have last season.
I couldn't agree more.
So I see Trevor Lawrence having a big season this year, but it's not going to result in a lot of wins. But I'm with you. Let me get the Jacksonville Jaguars in this ball game. Let me get a 27-10. I mean, not 21-10. Jacksonville.
You got Washington scoring a touchdown.
I got him getting a touchdown.
I mean, they did go out and pick up Carson Wentz after he got traded from the Colts after they brought in
nobody believes
Matt
in Carson
Ryan.
No more. The only thing the Commanders have going in their favor is their defense.
They do have a good defense. They do get back Chase Young, who got lost early last year. Mm-hmm. They did draft Brian Robinson, who unfortunately got tried to get carjacked the other day, but he will be playing this year, they say. So hopefully he makes a full recovery, but I hope the whole team in general does not make a recovery.
Nah, they're done.
So this is an interesting game. We got the Cleveland Browns going on the road against the Carolina Panthers. Now, why is this interesting? Baker Mayfield saga was what we've heard about the last couple of years. Well, it finally came to an end when he was traded to the Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. Baker Mayfield was announced he will be the Week 1 starter against his old team, the Cleveland Browns. Now, Cleveland is without Deshaun Watson for 11 weeks. So it's going to be the Jacoby Brissett show now, the Browns did go get Deshaun Watson. They did trade for Amari Cooper. So Cleveland should be a solid team when Deshaun gets back. But Carolina did go get Baker Mayfield. Now, I'm not a Baker fan. I never have been. But he did tell a sideline reporter in Buffalo, supposedly, that he was going to F them up week 1.
Sounds good.
So, I mean, they did go get Laviska Shenault. They have DJ Moore. They still have Robbie Anderson. I don't believe he retired. I don't know who their tight end is. Carolina has a solid defense, so give me Carolina in this game, Q. Let me get I'm gonna say 24-18 Carolina.
Okay, that's a crazy
revenge
score, 24-18.
Revenge game for Baker Mayfield.
I'm right there with you. Let me get the Carolina Panthers in this ball game, just because and to be quite honest, Hot Dog, I'm gonna be 1,000%. Even if they had Deshaun Watson, I would still go with Carolina in this ball game. And here's why: because Deshaun has missed a whole year. We seen in the preseason.
It was rough. It was hard. I watched that game. It was hard to watch.
So
he looked horrible.
So for me, even with his 11-game suspension, when he comes back, it's still going to take him time to get back into the flow and the rhythm of the NFL game. Yeah. So even with him coming back, he still probably won't get his legs until, I would say, week 13, week 14, maybe.
And by the time the season might be a wash at the
exactly.
end.
So
hey, but I would say, hey, you can play for a top 10 pick next year, but you traded away 3 first-round picks and gave this man a fully guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
Very Cleveland Browns thing to do.
So you have to make the playoffs.
You have to make it work. You got to make it work.
You have to. So even if Deshaun was playing week 1, I still would go with Carolina only because it's going to take Deshaun a while to get back into the swing of things. So Carolina in this matchup for me. Can he score? What can he do? Damn.
I mean, he almost got the Colts to the playoffs. I think he's a solid backup. He's just not a starter in this league.
That's fair. I give him 21. I say, you know what, 24-21.
Okay.
Panthers 24-21. Yeah, and you know what? Baker Mayfield leads them down the field, game-winning drive.
Oh man,
book it.
Oh,
and I don't even like Baker Mayfield.
I don't
for this game, I want him to ball.
I'm all about guys getting their redemption.
Yeah,
I'm all about
ball
it.
out this game, Baker Mayfield. Suck the rest of the season. But anyway,
so
we got next?
Next we had the Indianapolis Colts on the road against the Houston Texans.
Even more trash.
Now, I always try to pick an upset game every week.
You better not do it
This is my upset pick. I got the Houston Texans winning at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, in my opinion, Indianapolis has maybe the most exciting player coming out of his rookie year last year, Jonathan Taylor, besides Michael Parsons. But Jonathan Taylor had a great rookie season. He's going number 1 in a lot of drafts this year. They brought in Matt Ryan. They had Michael Pittman. They don't really have any other receivers. Paris Campbell's been hurt. They do have Mo Alley-Cox at tight end. I'm not really sold on that guy. They did lose their defensive coordinator. They still have Darius Leonard at that linebacker position. Indianapolis is just what I call a solid team. They're going to win you 8, 9, 10 games a year. Nothing more, nothing less. But Houston had a lot of draft picks, and I think they hit on a lot of those draft picks. I believe they
hit a quarterback.
Okay. Where's Gransbury when I need her? But
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about Gransbury. Anyway, so give me Houston upset here.
I'm just amazed that you're going with Houston with no quarterback.
Davis Mills is a solid, not a great quarterback, but they have Brandon Cooks. They did get the new offensive lineman, I believe, from I believe they're the ones that got the guy from Alabama. No, they drafted the corner from LSU with a number 3 pick, and I think they had another top 10 pick as well. I can't remember what they did with that, but this is my upset pick. I'm going with the Houston Texans at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Let me get. Oh man, let me get 21-17.
I cannot believe he just picked the Houston Texans to beat the Indianapolis Colts, a team that a lot of people are picking to win the AFC South.
I mean, but you got to think the Colts, all they had to do was beat the Jags at the end of the season to make the playoffs.
That's it. That's all they had to do.
And what did they do?
They got rid of the guy who couldn't beat the Jags.
I mean, they brought in Matt Ryan.
Well, at least you can say Matt Ryan got an MVP. What's Carson Wentz got?
That's because of Kyle Shanahan.
Be that as it may, he still had to go out there and sling the ball around.
I still stand by my pick. Houston wins this game 21-17.
Talk about picking with your heart. But anyways.
There is no pick. Oh, man. Here's
Gransbury. Talk about picking with your heart. But, yeah, for this one, I'm not doing no Houston Texans in this ball game. You've lost your cotton picking mind. Let me get the Colts in this matchup. This is a blowout matchup. Houston Texans won't even score.
What?
They're not scoring.
They're not scoring.
They are not scoring. This score will be 21-0.
Oh, wow.
21-0 Colts. Book it. Sorry, Gransbury. Still love you, but book it.
Okay.
Next game.
Next game, we got the New York Football Giants at the Tennessee Titans. Now, Tennessee Titans did trade away the number 1 A.J. Brown. Did draft the receiver out of Arkansas, Tompkins, I believe is his name. I haven't really seen anything out of him. They still have Derrick Henry. The Titans were pretty quiet in the offseason. They didn't really do a lot. Didn't get really lose, but they didn't really gain anything. The Giants, they had the top draft picks. They got Thibodeau, the defensive end of Oregon, the offensive lineman from Alabama. I believe they're the ones that got Evan Neal. So, I mean,
they got Wan'Dale Robinson.
Got Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, the Giants did have a pretty decent draft.
Who's their quarterback?
That was my point. They still have Daniel Jones at quarterback. Y'all ain't winning nothing with this guy.
Wait a damn minute. Now you talk about Daniel Jones, but then you just picked the Houston Texans.
I'd rather have Davis Mills than Daniel Jones.
All right, continue. Okay.
So, anyway, man, I think this game is not going to be that exciting. I still got King Henry running all over the Giants.
Okay.
Let me get the Titans winning this game. Get 24-20.
24-20 Titans.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Dimes comes out and throws a party.
An interception party?
Danny Dimes is throwing touchdowns everywhere. Put him in your fantasy league, week 1.
No, nobody's drafting that guy.
Draft him in your fantasy league, week 1. Danny Dimes is coming out, and he's throwing the ball all over the place. I'm trying to tell you.
For all the people wondering why I'm looking down, I'm actually in the middle of a fantasy football draft.
And he's doing horrible right now.
I haven't even got to my pick yet, sir.
He's doing horrible. He just drafted Danny Dimes, to be quite honest.
No, I did not.
But, in this game for the Giants, I'm just going only because they got the hometown kid, Wan'Dale Robinson, so I want him to succeed and do well. So I'm just going with the Giants just because picking with my heart.
You're picking the Giants to win this game?
Yep, sure. You just picked the Houston Texans.
At least the Texans were at home.
So?
And the Titans were in the playoffs last year.
And?
All right. I guess everybody, okay, that's your upset pick this week.
That's my upset pick.
Okay.
Let me get the Giants in this matchup.
I ain't hating on you, man. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Now, this is an interesting because, Aaron Rodgers lost his number 1
the receiver,
target.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Devontae Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Where do the Packers go this year?
They go as far as Aaron Rodgers takes them.
I mean, I guess he's going to throw the ball to himself.
I guess he's...
Because I know they brought in Sammy Watkins. They got the rookie Dubois. People were excited about from the preseason games, but come on, man. Alan Lazard is their number 1 in my opinion.
Nope. Aaron Jones is their number 1 receiving option.
Yep. I mean, I did draft him last week in my second round pick.
You mentioned Sammy Watkins, but can Sammy Watkins can he stay healthy for a whole season? Can Aaron Rodgers depend on this guy to be healthy for 17 games? Absolutely not. Lazard, he's okay. He's all right, but he's not real. He's not a number 1 or a number 2
No, he's
option.
not. But I mean,
he's a slot receiver at best.
But Aaron Rodgers has made a lot of guys look good. I hate to say Aaron Rodgers is good, but he is. He's one of the best of all time.
He is one of the best of all time, but this may be his greatest obstacle to overcome because you said that he has average guys to make better. Well, he doesn't even have average guys to make better. He has nobody to make better. So let me get Aaron Rodgers in this matchup. Psych, let me go with Kirk Cousins in this matchup. Money bag Kirk.
I'm going with the Packers on the road. Aaron Rodgers just dominates his division year in, year out. And players leaving or not, it's the same. I got Green Bay winning this game. They're going to put up numbers. They're going to put up yards. Mm-hmm. Let me get them 34-30.
34-30. All right. Go ahead and wrap up these last couple of ball games real quick, hot dog.
All right, next we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Arizona Cardinals. Now, we know Pat Mahomes did lose Tyreek Hill, but they did bring in Juju Smith-Schuster. They drafted Sky Moore. They brought in somebody else. Valdez Scantling from the Packers. And then, Arizona, they did bring in Hollywood Brown, another weapon for Kyler Murray. I don't care. I still got Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid in this game. Let me get 35-30. They're going to put up points no matter what.
I'm going with KC only because Arizona won't have D-Hop. He's suspended for the first, 5 games
Yeah,
of the
but
season.
did D-Hop really make that much of a difference to them last year?
For Kyler Murray, yeah.
Okay.
Kyler Murray just got that big contract. He had a clause in it that made him, study game film. So I don't have KC winning their division or going to the playoffs. But for this game, let me get KC in this matchup. Who we got next?
Next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I think this is the most exciting game because both these teams went out and made some big moves. The Raiders went out and traded for Devontae Adams. They signed Chandler Jones. But the
Darren
Chargers,
Waller.
bro. The Chargers went out and got Khalil Mack. They got J.C. Jackson. Man, let me get the Chargers. I think this is another team that could push the Bills for the AFC representative in the Super Bowl.
Did you say they got Khalil Mack?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So I really, really like what the Chargers are going to do. I really like the Chargers. I like Justin Herbert. I'm a big fan of his. I think they win the division.
I think I got the Chargers winning the division. I got the Chargers going all the way to the AFC Championship
And
game.
playing the Buffalo Bills and losing. That's my prediction.
Not
It's
doing
according to how the seedings line up, but that's something we'll talk about months from now.
Yeah.
But for right now, that's my AFC Championship game, the Buffalo Bills against the Chargers.
Chargers, man. Justin Herbert's ready to make that step into the MVP conversation. He's gotten better each and every year that he's played. This is his third season.
I mean, doesn't he have the record for most touchdowns first 2 seasons?
I think he's ready to be in the MVP
I
conversation.
think he might be.
So let me get the Chargers in that matchup. What we got next?
Next, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this is why me and Q are here. That's why we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Q, you're. I'm sorry,
You're up.
I'm up. My draft pick is up. I'll make it short and sweet. The Buccaneers still have Tom Brady. They went out and made some moves. They got Akeem Hicks from the Chicago Bears, defensive tackle. They signed Russell Gage. Russell Gage not a great pickup, but a solid pickup. So my Cowboys did nothing all season. They traded away Mark Cooper for a Happy Meal. They did. I think they had good draft picks. I really like Tyler Smith, big dude on offensive line. Sam Williams, a defensive end of Ole Miss. He's going to have a really good rookie year. Deron Bland, the corner out of Fresno State in the 5th round. They didn't really sign anybody. They did bring in Anthony Barr in the linebacker. So him and Michael Parsons, I think, will look good roaming around the field together. Let me get the Buccaneers in this game. I got Buccaneers winning 30-24. Buccaneers win this game over my Cowboys. We are going to go through some growing pains.
A lot of them.
So I believe that is what is going to happen.
I'll make mine short and sweet. I'm also going to have the Buccaneers winning this.
By the way, for the people at home, I had the 7th pick. I took Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, good pickup. But I'm going Tampa Bay. The game will be a little sloppy at first, only because of our offensive line. We're missing a couple of key pieces.
And if there is one. Cowboys fans at home, we haven't really got to say this, but I'm excited to watch the defense because that's something we haven't got to say in a long time.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. That's your saving grace. Is our offensive line is our weakness this season, and our defense.
I got Michael Parsons getting 3 sacks.
He would get close. We have Tristan Wirfs, who's an all-pro right tackle.
What side is he on?
He's on the right side.
It don't matter. Micah goes wherever he wants.
But see, that's the thing. They can put him wherever. If he goes to the left side, that's Donovan Smith, and then the left guard, we haven't solidified who the starter. Our starting center, Ryan Jensen, went down with a knee injury, season knee injury, and then our right guard position is Shaq Mason, which we traded from the Patriots.
Yeah, that was a good move.
Good on the right side.
Right.
It's just that left side that's troublesome. But anyways, Tom Brady throws a party. He gets 3 touchdowns out of this joint.
He's not throwing a party.
He's throwing a party. He's got 3 touchdowns by himself.
Trevon Diggs at least has 1 interception, but probably gives up 2 more.
No, he gets an interception, but it gets called back because, roughing the passer. So
easy that. Now.
So Tom Brady gets 3. Leonard Fournette gets 1. That gives us 28. So let me get this matchup 28-21.
Solid. Can't argue with it. Last but certainly not least, actually, I don't know. It's going to be another. I tell you what, NFL really knew what they were doing with these emotional Week 1 matchups.
They did.
You got Denver going to Seattle. Russell Wilson back in Seattle playing Week 1.
Mm-hmm. But it's not going.
I think Denver also fixed their number 1 problems with quarterback position. They have receivers. They have a good defense. Have running backs. Javonte Williams.
Everything is ready.
I like their receiver Jared Judy, Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler. They did lose Tim Patrick. That does hurt. But man, Seattle is just terrible. Like I think they might maybe win 2 games. They will be the number 1 pick next year.
Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
I feel bad for them. I really do.
If fantasy, I would not draft these guys because
No.
Drew Lock is not going to be able to get them guys the ball consistently as he's up again.
Yep.
So for me, Russell Wilson comes back, quote unquote, home, throws a party on the Seattle Seahawks. I see him putting up 31 points by himself.
So
just to make a point in that matchup. So let me get the Seattle Seahawks in that matchup against the Denver Broncos against the Seattle Seahawks.
I definitely got Denver winning this game. I got 31-3.
You got 3?
Geno Smith is horrible. And then you got Drew Lock, who is even worse. 31-3.
31-3, there it is.
Thank you for listening to our Week 1 prediction. We're going to try to do this every week. We have nothing else better to do but to entertain you guys. So we will be back. Until next time, I'm Hot Dog.
I'm Q Walker.
We out.